No one knows the full truth. We know the full truth.
And hopefully this docu-series will finally drill it into our retentive memory, right? Now, anyone who has followed the holy matrimony of Meghan and Harry and all the drama and madness around their union and family can quickly identify two things about the powerful royal couple. One, they have an insatiable desire for unadulterated, uninterrupted, and immeasurable attention. Two, they have an estranged, long-distance, broken relationship with the truth. So when they left the royal family and moved to America with the claim that they wanted to keep and maintain their privacy, that was both a lie and another, if not the greatest attempt of these people to seek premium attention. The attention they couldn't find in Britain, they could finally enjoy in the moral wasteland of America. There, Hollywood will celebrate them for being deviants and an absolute disgrace to their families. And as soon as they landed, they began to devour every cheap attention they could get. Everyone knows that America's limelight favors guys with British accent and racially mixed people who claim to be black. And in no time, this couple were getting interviews from people like Oprah, the billionaire whose life is still harder than the poorest white man. And in the interview, Meghan and Harry excelled in their two primary skills, receiving attention and being pathetic liars. I should also add that they've also mastered the supreme craft of playing the victim, which has earned them a book deal, a podcast on Spotify, and a Netflix docu-series. There's almost no magazine front cover that Meghan hasn't posed for. But she will still want to claim to be the victim of an intrusive press. I mean, that's what their new Netflix series is about. And here is one of the trailers.
It's really hard to look back on it now and go, what on earth happened?
You hear that? That is the sound of hearts breaking all around the world.
She's becoming a royal rock star.
And then
Everything changed. There's a hierarchy of the family. There's leaking, but there's also planting of stories.
There was a war against Meghan to suit other people's agendas.
It's about hatred. It's about race.
It's a dirty game. The pain and suffering of women marrying into this institution, this feeding frenzy.
I realized they're never going to protect you.
I was terrified. I didn't want history to repeat itself. No one knows the full truth. We know the full truth.
Yes. It's all about hatred. It's all about race. And after countless exclusive interviews and podcast episodes trying to tell us the full truth, no one knows the full truth, says Prince Harry. And hopefully this docu-series will finally drill it into our retentive memory, right? Now, this trailer combines all the essential qualities of Meghan and Harry, which are, as we've stated before, seeking attention, lying, and playing the victim. I mean, according to The Guardian, with just days to go until the Duke and Duchess of Sussex release their Netflix series, newspapers are turning a documentary about how the media treated the couple into a story about how the couple is treating the media. Monday's release of a second trailer promoting the show has already led to suggestions of misleading editing, with several photos and clips taken out of context in a promotional video for the 6-part show entitled Harry and Meghan. While some of the manipulations are small, a photo of Harry surrounded by paparazzis was cropped from an old picture with his ex, Chelsea Davy, rather than with Meghan. Some are more unusual. Two pieces of footage showing a scrum of cameras are taken from very different stories. One is from outside the magistrate court in Sussex, where cameras were waiting to catch the glamour model Katie Price. Another is footage of Donald Trump's personal lawyer Michael Cohen living in his New York apartment. Another shot showing dozens of cameras with long-lens cameras jostling for positions was in reality taken outside the Harry Potter film premiere in 2011. It was one of the top results for paparazzi on a popular stock image website. Robert Johnson, the Evening Standard royal editor, criticized another dramatic shot of a photographer's lens peering down on the couple with their newly born child, Archie. Jobson insisted it was taken with their approval by an accredited press photographer at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Cape Town. He tweeted, "Only 3 people were in the accredited position. Harry and Meghan agreed to the position. I was there." Chris Sheep, ITV's royal editor, backed Jobson. The filming of Archie at Archbishop Tutu's residence was highly controlled, and the ITM production camera filming the Sussex's African documentary was there with their permission. It was not a media scrum. The issue, in part, is whether this still felt like press intrusion to the couple. even if it was done with the approval of their then aide. Netflix declined to comment on suggestions the footage were misleading. I mean, of course, why would they? They just want to make money. So essentially, they took clips that had nothing to do with Meghan and Harry being harassed by the press and used them to suggest that they were being harassed by the press. I mean, is anyone shocked? Is anyone with good sense surprised that this couple would go to this length to lie and manipulate? I mean, that's nothing compared to the lies they spewed in their therapy session with Oprah. But here's my major issue with what is happening with Meghan and Harry, which I've been pointing this out in my last 3 videos. Despite the fact that these are manipulative, deceptive narcissists, people are still going to oblige them. We are in a generation where these are the people to whom we give attention. These are the folks we reward and model ourselves after. Meghan is the princess many girls want to become, and Harry is the prince they want to marry. Whenever I talk about, these Hollywood hacks and criticize their attempt to play the victim, as I did in the video about Will Smith, I get comments from people pointing out that I lack empathy. Right? And I received a much needed lecture about the need to show empathy and show pity for people living in huge mansions, getting $1 million deals, and living lavish lifestyles. These are the people, right, that are deserving of my sympathy. And these celebrities these guys have mastered the act of being emotionally manipulative and exploiting this needless demand for sympathy. And people who should be pitying themselves are busy pitying celebrities. I mean, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. You keep playing yourself. Like, when will these audiences learn? When will they realize that they are being played and exploited emotionally to prop up the career, popularity, and bank account of these spoiled brats? I mean, the abundance of these emotionally gullible morons in our modern society is why Meghan and Harry's relevance in the spotlight still remains. And they continue to milk every opportunity to play the victim and attract attention. It is the same reason Will Smith will slap a comedian in June and release a film in December while reminding all of us that it is not easy to be Will Smith. No, it is not. And we must understand that he's constantly dealing with a lot that we can't even begin to imagine. Just never forget that Will Smith is having a very hard life. Harder than what each and every one of us is going through. Will Smith is going through the most, right? And this is the same reason the West has now has to allow men in women's bathroom and women's sport, because why wouldn't you want to be empathetic to the struggles of transgender individuals, right? It's the same reason people can't speak freely and express their thoughts, no matter how erroneous, because your speech might traumatize some emotionally unstable, overgrown baby who disintegrate at the sound of criticism. We've created a world where the strong get silenced and the weak get celebrated, right? Victors are ridiculed and victims are rewarded. In this new world, resilience is a vice and incompetence, that's a virtue. And we've turned our society into a large, elaborate pity party where every narcissist gets undue reward and attention for doing nothing more than claiming to be a victorious victim of every imaginary oppression. That's what we've done. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the notification bell. Also, I want to know what you think about the new trailer about Meghan and Harry's Netflix docu-series. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments, and until the next video, peace.